Hello there folks, and a very warm welcome back to What's for Tea. It's lovely to see you, and I hope that I find you very well, and thanks for coming over for this week's archive recipe. This one is from 2024 and the perfect Easter recipe and a brilliant way of using up your Easter eggs. So let me go and show you how to put this together, and I will catch up with you just at the end. We're basically going to fill a hollow egg with cheesecake. This is the one I'm using here, and my egg was round about 160 grams. It says 180 odd there, but that was including the wee bag of sweets that's inside. But the actual egg is around about 160 grams in weight. These are the wee sweets that were inside with the egg. And all you have to do is take your foil off. Now, if you're lucky like me, you already have a seam there, which is pretty open. So I just managed to pull this apart. But you might find that yours is stuck together quite well, in which case you'll need to get a sharp knife and slowly go round the seam until you have two halves. I'm going to use some mini eggs and also some jelly beans, some of these wee fondant carrots. I mean, you can decorate yours with whatever you like. I've got a couple of these wee chocolate bunnies. I've got some chocolate curls. I've got white chocolate and strawberry chocolate curls. And I've got all this stuff just because of the amount of baking and cooking that I do, but use whatever you like. I am using this cream cheese. Use the full fat stuff because it's going to set a lot easier. And these are my digestive biscuits. I'm also going to drizzle a wee bit of caramel on the top. But like I said, you can decorate these however you like. So get your biscuits into a bowl. You want to bash these down until they're into fine crumbs, and then get your butter and just melt this in the microwave. And this is going to be the base of your cheesecake. So just stir that through with a spoon. You don't want to use too much butter because when it sets, you don't want this to be solid. You know, you do want to be able to eat this. So that's perfect. So just half the mixture between the two shells of your Easter egg. Make sure it's pressed down so that it's nice and flat, and then you can pop this into the fridge while we do the cheesecake portion of the recipe. So into a bowl with your cream cheese, and I'm just going to give this a wee mix just to loosen up a bit because this has been in the fridge, so it's quite solid. So once it's looking something like this, I'm going to add in the icing sugar. This is going to bring a nice bit of sweetness. Give that a mix until it's well combined with the cream cheese, and I'm going to add a wee splash of vanilla. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of vanilla, but again, you can add all sorts of flavourings into this. Make it as wacky as you like. I'm also going to add some double cream or heavy cream if you're in the States, and you just want to whip this until it's nice and thick and it's holding its own shape. You don't want it too stiff. We're not trying to make butter here, but you do want it nice and firm, just like this. This is ideal. And I'm just going to spoon this into my shells as well, just half in each, so you can see how lovely and thick that is there. So I'm going to pop this into the shell and just give it a wee smooth down with your spoon until it's nice and even, just like this. And because I'm me, I'm going to go round the outside edge with my finger just to neaten this up and get rid of any excess that might be on there. Pop this into the fridge until it's properly set. Probably take you an hour or so. Meanwhile, I'm going to bash up some mini eggs. I've got about 10 mini eggs here, and I'm going to pop this into the cream that I'm going to put on the top. Just make sure you get them nice and fine so that it comes through your piping bag. Whip up some more double cream until it goes nice and thick and holds its own shape again. I'm going to add the bashed mini eggs to this and give that a wee fold together as well. But like I said, if you are going to do this, make sure that your mini eggs are tiny so they come out your piping bag. If you're using a piping bag, I used a nozzle just to get some random spaghetti type icing on the top. And I'm just going to add some mini eggs to this. I'm going to add my wee chocolate bunny. I just snapped the ears off so that it looks like he's poking out of the egg. I'm going to add some of these wee fondant carrots because he's a rabbit and you'll be looking for the carrots. Some chocolate curls as well, and with the other one I'm just going to fluff up the cream on the top. I'm going to add some jelly beans, some pink and milk chocolate curls onto the top of this one, and then some more mini eggs, just trying to keep the theme the same kind of colour. I'm going to drizzle some caramel over the top, and I like this so much I actually covered the other one with caramel as well because I think it looks ever so pretty. But like I said, you can decorate these with whatever you like. I think banoffee would have been amazing, you know, it's just some banana with the caramel and some more crushed biscuit on the top. But this was them, and I won't be able to show you what they're like inside because I actually made these for someone else. But Oh my goodness, I absolutely love that recipe and such a good idea. You know, it's a good way of using up your Easter eggs. If you've got a spare Easter egg and you're fed up just eating the chocolate, it's just something a wee bit different. So do let me know what you thought of that one. And as usual, a huge thank you to the supporters of the channel over on my Patreon page and to the channel members here on YouTube, for you all for watching, leaving your lovely comments, for those that share the videos, anyone who's bought me a coffee using the Buy Me a Coffee link or left me a super thanks donation, and everything is very much appreciated, and I do appreciate every single one of you. So until you choose to join me again, have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll catch up with you off a soon back here on What's for Tea. Bye now.